Hold it. Hey, good to see you, Kristen. I cannot hear you. Let me see if I just turned off my volume. I think you're talking.
Oh, it was me.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, so I don't know that I can do class today,
Sure.
but I wanted to ask what this week's technique is for phase
Good
2.
question. So since I got a little ahead last week, it's going to be kind of half the punch technique with an emphasis on the choke technique. So for you, let me think. You're not doing fall and cross. You're doing no. You're doing twirling wings. You're doing twirling wings.
Twirling wings. Okay.
Yeah,
Good deal.
that's your choke technique. So yeah, and then the video is on the site, so you won't
That's
miss
what I
it.
was hoping. I'll try for Wednesday, but just in case, I wanted to know what that was this week.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that makes good sense. So
Yeah.
I mean, and if you have time, feel free to, stay in for like only 5 minutes if that's what you have. That's
All
totally
right,
fine.
I might pop in and watch you in the background.
Yeah, pop it in, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You have a good weekend?
I did have a good weekend. It was filled with hanging out with friends online that normally don't have time to hang out online.
Yeah.
With busy lives. So it was kind of cool actually. I was very thankful. Oh, hey, look, we got some other people. What's going on, guys? We got a
Hey,
kite.
the banners.
We've got the banners.
Hey, Matt, how's your foot?
Ooh, it's a purple face person. What's up, purple face? And then let me see who else we have. I have a bunch of blank video streams right now, so we're gonna find out who they are in a second. Oh, some of them are coming online. Yeah.
Rocket science.
Hey, it's Abby. Oh, we got a Matthew. What's up, man? Oh, it turns out Purple Face is Carlin. I did
Abby's
not.
there.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. So, like 5 minutes before now, I was like, all right, time to get the stream started. And I was in pajama bottoms and a t-shirt and was just not ready at all. And so I gotta go put on my belt is the reason I'm mentioning this.
Me in pajamas were yesterday.
Who is in pajama bottoms?
I wasn't wearing my pajamas all day yesterday.
Oh, that is too bad. You should be wearing your pajama bottoms like all the time. All right, let me see what time it is.
Just because I like to sleep doesn't mean I want to build a bed.
Reasonable. So we got 2 minutes, so we'll give it a couple minutes before we get started. Feel free to chat if you want to at the moment. That's totally fine. How's everybody doing? Y'all give me some updates. Tell me how life is.
Tiring.
Hello. Let me see. Do we have anybody new? Let's see. Ooh, we got a blank screen named. Ooh, we have Bodie. What's up, Bodie? Oh, nice. Laggy waving. This is wonderful. Right on. Bam. Okay. I might need to adjust. Oh, I do need to adjust this. So we can actually see. It's back. Do you guys like my my frog? Can you see my frog up there?
I do like it. It looks like a self-portrait of you.
Is it the eyes? Oh, that
Yeah.
marker over here on my forehead, is that what gives it away?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, that'll be a good distance. All right, so let me see. We're about ready to go. So we're gonna do some ground stuff today. So if you're like on a hardwood floor like me, I've got a blanket ready over there to drape on the floor, just because it gets old, moving around on the floor, putting your elbow into the floor and stuff. So I'd recommend having something soft like that. And then another thing I wanted to mention is, oh hey, what's up? We've got a Randy, we got a Zoe, we got a Harper, we got Tatum. Let me see, who else do we have? Oh, and we got a Hunter. Hey, this is excellent. Good to see everybody. So anyways, as I was saying, I highly recommend, it's really easy to build kind of a do-it-yourself target at home for striking practice. And so like literally you could get a shirt and dangle it from a door frame, you know, and then all of a sudden you have a target. Or like get a tennis ball and hang it from a string from the ceiling, or get a piece of paper, or what I used to do is I used to tear out sheets of cardboard, and then I would duct tape it to like a pole or something, and that's a great kicking target. So anyway, if anybody's feeling desperate to let out some steam and that kind of thing, I just wanted to hand off that idea. If none of my ideas sound good to you, Google it. I mean, there's billions of DIY striking targets out there if you're interested in that kind of thing. All right. Well, welcome everybody. It's good to see you guys. I miss everybody, gosh dang it. We're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. We're going to start off with a warm-up. Again, for anybody who just came in, it'll be ground stuff. So if your ground is hard, I highly recommend getting out like a blanket or something. That way you're not poking elbows in the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and drape out mine because I do have a hardwood floor. We're going to start off with our round kicks. So just super fast review for those. I'm going to get into my guarding stance, and here I'll do a side view. Pivot with my back foot, so my heel's pointing at my bad guy. Chamber, kick, bring it back, and put it down. Now, we're also going to add in a transition to get to the other side, and it's what I'm going to call a switch. So I'm going to do my round kick, and then after I'm done and I put it down, I'm not going to jump and switch my stance like that. Instead, I'm going to simply replace my feet and switch my hips like this. Everybody give that a shot real quick. You're just doing a little, and your goal is to keep your feet attached to the ground while you're doing that switch. So what I want to see is I want to see round kick, switch, round kick, switch, round kick. Getting all those pieces every time. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to run that. Go, go, go. Round kick, switch. And time. So your heart should be thumping a little bit already. We're going to add a break fall. So I do my 2 kicks. That's 1. That's 2. I make sure I have my blanket out. And what I'm going to do is very simple. We're going to do a soft break fall. So I'm going to do it in pieces like this. I just sit down, I lay down, and I touch the floor. Right? That's it. So I'm working just the pieces of my break fall. One more time. I sit down, I lay down, and I touch. Notice I don't slap hard like I do on the mats, because that just gets old, right? It's just a touch. And then I get back up, and then I do round kick, switch, round kick, break fall. Over and over, ready to go. Watch, make sure everybody's good. Nice, get it, Carlin. Make sure your kicks are more horizontal. It's easy to not do the full pivot and end up doing front kicks. That's it, nice. Okay. Round. And time. Should be breathing a little bit more now. Now we're going to add a transition on the ground. So I'm going to make sure you guys can see me. I do my round kicks. I end up in my break fall. Now that I'm down here, I'm going to come up into an upside down plank. I've heard Sensei Milliken call it a boat. And what I do is I don't let my butt sag. I try to make it high and tight. Then I lift up one leg and hold. Put it down. Lift up the other leg. Hold. Put it down. Then I get back up and reset. So that's it. I'm going to show it to you one more time. I do my kicks. I break fall. I boat. Lift up one leg and hold. Lift up other leg and hold. And reset. Over and over. Ready, go. And this blanket sliding everywhere. Sweet. Let me see, make sure everybody's doing okay. Nice. Make sure you're getting all the pieces on that break fall. Don't cheat yourself. You should be getting good skill practice here. Nice. And pause. So next piece, I do my kicks. That's 1, 2. I break fall. I do my boat. Raise, raise. Now watch my legs. This is called a leg lace. And I'm going to pretend that my leg is a needle and thread it through underneath this leg. I'll show you again. I thread it through underneath and I twist over. So I end up in plank position, face down. So I'll show it to you from this direction. So I end up here. I'm going to go, one hand goes to guard, punches, other hand goes to guard, punches. Now what's going to make this exercise really nasty is if I'm here and I shift my weight to my arm and turn my body, this isn't that bad. Like this. So instead, I try not to shift. I just let go with one hand, punch, let go, punch. And that's going to make it way nastier on the core, okay? So I'll show it to you one more time. Do my kicks. 1, switch, 2, break fall. Upside down plank, raise, raise, leg lace, flip, plank. And you don't have to turn around. I'm just turning around so you can see. And then I come guard, punch, guard, punch. Again, I hold at each pose. So I was going a little fast. You should really be hold, 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 hold. And then I get back up again. All right, ready, steady, go. Nice. And watch everybody. That's it. Nice. Let me see everybody's planks. Keep it up. Keep it up. Nice. Break fall. Boom. That's it. Coming up for the plank. Leg raise. Leg raise. Nice. Don't forget to hold each of your positions for a second, right? Let it feel the burn, then change. And time. All right, let's add the next piece. So I'm going to start from the plank because you guys know what comes before it. I'm here to plank. I do my punches. Now I'm going to bring my right leg up close like this. Almost in here, I'll do it from the side. Right, I'm going to bring it up like this, like I'm doing mountain climbers. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take my opposite hand, the same side hand that stepped up, it's going to pick up. Then my opposite leg is going to pick up, like this. I'm going to take the leg and put it through the hole. And notice my butt hasn't touched the ground. I'll show it to you from here. So I was here, I was in plank. I bring up one leg, and then my opposite corner, hand and foot lift up. My leg that's up goes through the hole, and I poke it out like this, and I hover, and I hold it. Let me see everybody do it. I want to make sure everybody feels comfy with that. And feel free to unmute and let me know if you need to see it again. Just whatever you need, let me know.
I need to see it again.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. So, would it be easier if I was facing the other way? I'll try it facing this way. We'll see if that's easy for you guys. So,
Okay.
I'm here. I bring up one leg like I'm doing a mountain climber. The same side hand lifts up. The opposite leg lifts up. Then I put the leg through in between my hand and my leg. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds with that.
Okay, thank you.
Nice, okay. All right, so we're gonna add that to the mix. Ready, steady, go. That means kick, kick, break, fall, plank, plank, punch, punch. And then that's called a sit through, what we just did. Nice. Alrighty. So now I want you to add the other side as well. So we were down here. I did my sit out on one side. So now I'm going to come back to my plank and I'm going to do my sit out on the other side. So you just need to flip, right? So I'll show you the transition. I was in plank. I did my punches. Sit out one side, back to plank, sit out the other side. That makes sense? That's the idea. Let me know if you need help with that. Add that to your combo. Ready, steady, go. Nice, and time. All right. Who is still needing some help with the sit out? Because I know that's the most complicated part of this, but that's the most important. So if you're good with it, I'm going to move on. But if you still need help, then we'll rep it a couple more times. Give it 5 seconds.
I think that this is like a skill I'll have to work on for a really long time.
Reasonable. I understand.
I think
So-
all of us old people are gonna have trouble with this one.
Well, that's because this is hard. That's why. So don't worry, we're gonna get lots of reps. So let's hit the next piece of this. So now we're going to go ahead and abandon everything we did before it because we've gotten lots of exercise. Now I want to work on the skill. So essentially, I want everybody to go ahead and just squat on down like this. Now put your left hand down on the ground and pick up your left foot. Put it through the hole. Pull it back. Put it through the hole. Put it back. And you're all back up so you can see me better. So again, I was squatting. I put, and it doesn't matter left or right. I'm just mirror imaging for you guys. Left hand down. Left leg comes up, goes to the hole, comes back, goes to the hole, comes back, goes to the hole. Let me see that. Very good. Nice, guys. Nice. Try the other side now. Whichever side you were doing, now do the other one, because we're going to need both. Put it through the hole, come back, put it through the hole, come back. Bonus points if your butt never touches the ground, right? Because it's easy to put it through the hole and lay down and then move. But if I come through, don't touch, and just hover, that's better exercise, right? Work it, work it. Hey, nice. That's the one. All right, and time. So this is the sit out combination. I start here, I put a hand down, I sit out. I pull it back, I put the other hand down. I sit out with the other leg. I pull it back, I put the other hand down. I sit out with the other leg. And then I get quick and I can change it like this until it looks like you're breakdancing. Give it a shot. Start nice and slow the way I did, right? So I'll narrate the pieces again if you need it, but keep working it. I'm in my squat. I just put a hand down. Whichever leg can go through the hole, does. I put it back. Other hand goes down. Whichever leg can go through the hole, does. I pull it back, and I just keep repping that. Through, 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 through. Nice. I'm jealous of that carpet right now, Zoe. Beautiful. All right, last piece. So the reason we need to know this is because it builds up to how we stand up as martial artists. This is called a retreating stand-up, and this is your response if you ever get knocked down, but they don't climb on you, right? If they climb on you, we have different stuff for that, but if they haven't, you have a second, this is how you stand up. Because if you imagine some guy's punching me, he knocks me down, and I fall, your natural tendency is gonna want to sit up, but if they're still punching, then your head's gonna be like a ping pong ball and their fists are gonna be the paddle, right? And so as your head comes up, you go poof, 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 and you just get bounced in between the floor and their fists. That's no good. So I can't go forward, I have to go backwards somehow. So once I land here, I'm gonna sit up like I'm sitting out. So follow that again. I was here, and then I sit up, I cover, and I pull myself up like this. Now my leg comes backwards through the hole, and now I stand up in a fighting stance. So watch it from the side. I was here, I fell down, I get into my position, I pick myself up, I pull my leg through the hole, and I stand up. I want you guys to do that on both sides, back and forth. You good, Carlin? That's so close, Zoe. Put your right hand on the ground for that leg. So do that same leg again, but have your right hand on the ground. Yes, yes. Now pull it backwards. Yes, that's the one. Nice. And sorry, I'm not commenting on everybody, guys, because I can only see some of you while you're on the floor. But anyone I can see and help out, I will. Let me see, Matthew. Nice, Matthew, you're doing a good job, but do the other hand on the floor. So stick out your left leg again and put your left hand on the floor. That's it. Yes, that's the one, because that gives you that hole I've been talking about that lets you pull your leg through it. So whenever your right leg goes out, that means right hand's on the floor. Close, switch your, there, that's it. Nice. And time, guys. So that's your retreating stand up. It's a good exercise. And also it's your best bet for escaping if someone knocks you down. So there we go. There's our warm up. Go ahead and grab a quick drink of water. We'll come right back and we're going to do some stretches. I'll give you guys about a minute.
I didn't catch what you said.
Oh, I just said go grab a drink of water. I'll give you guys about a minute.
Okay.
Question is, where's my water? It's empty. I must get more. I'll be right back. Oi, that's more like it. I was just at, I was in the living room and Pirates of the Caribbean was playing. And now I'm doomed. The pirate voice is stuck in my head for the rest of the day. It's over. All right, do we have everybody back? Looks like it. Okay, so let's stretch out real quick. Grab some space, interlace the fingers, put them high in the sky, hop into horse stance, and sit down while pulling up, pulling yourself in 2. 1. Rotate one way, then the other. Use your head to assist in the rotation. What that means is I look the direction I'm turning. That's going to help your spine rotate more and do it more safely. Leaning to one side. Other side. Backwards, as comfortably as you can. And forwards. Straighten out the legs, bend at the waist. Walking the feet together, going into a toe stretch. Nice. Walking the feet out. I'm going to sit down on one of my legs, and I realize that I have unusual flexibility, so adjust this how you need to, right? I just want you to be kind of vaguely in this position, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands and push my weight so that it's about right here rather than being on top of this foot, and push my hips down. And you'll get a stretch on the inside of this thigh. So again, if my weight's here, no stretch, it has to be here, going down on like a plumb line. Switch the other leg, other side. Oof, that's good. Rotate until you are setting the knee down and you can lean and bow over these toes, and do so. Switch sides. Repeating that process on the other leg. Nice. Hopping into what I call a shin box. That just means I'm sitting like this. I'm going to go to my front leg and I'm going to bow over the top of it. For some of you springy youth masters, you may not feel a stretch on this one, but all of us adults will for sure. There it is, and switch. Nice. All right, guys, before we move into things, I'm going to provide 2 opportunities today for just questions in general on the material you're working on. This is going to be the first one, and then I'll give you guys another one later on. Any questions you have on anything we're doing this module or anything in general, go ahead and ask me now, because I've carved out some time today for us to work on any questions you have specifically. So ask away if you have them. I'll wait about 10 seconds. And it's okay if you don't have any questions. I just want you guys to have an opportunity to ask them. And time. You're out of time. I'm kidding. I'll give you guys another chance if you think of anything later. Let's move into short form 1 review. We're going to review it, and then I want to watch you guys do it. And I want to talk about what mechanics it's teaching us and what it's helping us do, because it's a really simple form. But there is one really cool concept that it teaches us, and that's rotational force. We'll talk about it in a minute. Let's review it together. Real quick, go ahead and chime in, guys. Should I do the form starting facing you or facing away? What helps you more?
Facing away.
Facing away. Let's do it. All right, short form 1 begins salutation. Active attention, then come to ready position. Step back with the left, right inward block while the left fist is chambered at the ribs. Stepping back with the right, unwinding, doing the other inward block. Right comes to the left, steps to my right. I turn and do a left outward vertical block. I'm going to adjust because I'm going to run out of space here. My left leg steps back behind me. I unwind and do a right outward vertical block. Now my right leg is just going to step just a little bit to adjust, and I'm going to turn around and do a left upward block. Then I'm going to step back with my left, unwind, and do a right upward block. Now my left leg is going to come together to my right and step to my left, and I turn to face the opposite direction of where I started. That's my reference point for direction. Downward block, step back to the right, unwind, downward block. Now my left leg is going to step into a horse in such a way that I'm facing where I began, like this. And then I finish by bowing out and doing my salutation. Nice. Short form 1, I'd like to watch you guys do it. Ready, steady, and go. Nice. Nice. Very good. That's it. Now upwards, nice. Very good. And then just the downward blocks left for you. Excellent. Alrighty, so I saw good stuff. That was awesome. So let's talk about what this is teaching us. I want you guys to input on this. What is the importance of this? So if I do the first move of the form and I come back here, there's this thing, it's called a step through, where I step completely behind me with my front leg, and then I unwind to this. That is the most important piece of this form. What does that do for us in terms of power? I'll show it to you again. I was here, I step back and I unwind and do my inside block. What does that do for us in terms of power? What do you guys think?
It could have given.
Rotational velocity.
Did you say that again?
It adds rotational velocity.
Ah, that's rotational velocity or force, exactly. So this is one of the secret mechanical principles. I say secret, it's not, but this is what Kempo has that a lot of other people don't, which is this thing where I load up my hips like a spring, and then I let that tension go so it snaps like this. You guys see that? If you're wearing a belt, which you don't have to be right now, but I'm just saying if you were wearing a belt, you should see that your belt will flip and snap around while you're doing this. Watch again, I'll do it nice and close to the screen. I know it's hard to see because it's the same color as my pants. But if I do this and I unwind, my belt does that every time because I'm generating so much force, it just spreads out all across my body. So whenever I do this first block, I go block, I step back, and then I come boom. And that block right there, whatever it hits, be it a hand, be it a head, should just blow up. It should just detonate like a TNT, right? I mean, it's insane how much power that generates. So I can't emphasize this enough. The biggest thing you guys want to be looking at while you're doing this form is you're coming block, step back, feel that spring, and I want to see this, snap. That's the idea. I hope that makes sense for you guys. That's what I want you guys to be working while you're doing the form. Alrighty, so let's do some quick technique review from last week. Bear hugs. Go ahead.
Another thing, if you're not wearing a belt, if you just have your arms limp at your side and then do the twist, it should whip your arms around too.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, so what he's talking about, if you have your hands just here and you do that step and you unwind, and I have no input in my arms should do that. That's awesome. Thank you, Hunter. Yeah, so there's a couple really great ways to measure that. It's super important. That's where a lot of our power comes from. All right, so technique review. Let's hit bear hugs first. Level 1s, and for Kylie, this is crashing wings. So I'll do it once face you, once facing away. Here we go. Hands in the air. Bear hug from behind. Horse stance. Elbows down. Left to right. Step behind. Left elbow. Left hammer. Right hammer. Now facing you. Hands up. Stepping to the right horse. Elbows down. Left to the right. Stepping back with the left. Left elbow. Left hammer. Right hammer. That is crashing wings. Any specific questions on that before we move on? I'll give you 5 seconds. Nice. All right. I want you guys to rep that. If you have a partner, practice it with the partner. If you don't, practice it solo. My level 2s, this is for you guys. We're now on to spiraling twig. Whew, there's way too many things that start with the letter S. So facing away first time, they've got us, their grip is higher. I'm gonna tap and attack their hands, or I can swish. Then I'm gonna step to my right, flap my elbows down, catch the hand on the right, double step, set my lock, front kick, put it back, right reverse punch. Now facing you guys. They've got us. I attack the hands, I step, I control, I grab, I double step and spin, set the lock, right front kick, bring it back, right reverse punch. That's spiraling twigs. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. 5. Excellent. All right, so on my level 2s, I want you guys to practice that while we're looking at the level 3 stuff.
Mr.
All right,
Bird,
oh, go ahead.
it's a step through on the kick.
It is on the self-defense portion.
Yes, and then in the
Gotcha.
form version, step back.
Hey, you'll probably. I'm going to keep mixing that up. I have no doubt. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
So next is crushing hammer. This is for level 3s. They've got us from behind. This time arms are pinned. They've given me a little forward momentum, so my left leg steps. I hammer the groin. I bring my right together with my left. I step behind them. I hammer them in the groin again. Right hand comes up to guard. I pivot to a right lead forward bow as a left inward palm comes to their solar plexus. Let's look at it again from the front. They've got me arms pinned. I step forward with the left, hammer the groin. Right comes to left. Right steps behind, hammer the groin. Right comes to guard, pivot to a right forward bow. Left inward palm heel to the solar plexus. Level 3s, any questions? Excellent practice. And a pop quiz. I don't want an answer right now. I just want you guys to be thinking of the answer that I'm going to ask in a minute here. What is the significance of me saying palm heel rather than just a palm? Why do we say palm heel? Be thinking about that. I'll ask for the answer in about 45 seconds. That's how much time I'm going to give you to practice. Ready to go. Nice. Randy, only difference on that is imagine where they were. You want to do your steps so that you face them at the end. So if I was here and I do spiraling twigs and I'm here, then they're right there. They're right here. So I want to step so that I'm facing them. You ended up facing this way when you did it, if that makes sense. It's one of those things that it's really hard to do in the air, but it's obvious when you're against a partner. So I'm not too worried about it, but that's my only critique. Wait, let me watch Carlin. Let me see that. I missed some goodness there. That's the one. Nice. Now, pop quiz for Carlin's partner, and you don't have to tell me, just tell Carlin. Is Carlin's elbows digging into your arms in a way that makes you want to let go? Okay, cool. That's the important thing. It's a pain compliance thing, so you want to know that that worked. My question, what is the significance of palm heel? Who has an answer for me?
When you say palm heel, it means you're using this part of your palm and not the middle palm. When you say palm heel, it means you're using this part.
Why do I not want to use the rest of my hand? Why just this part?
Because it hurts.
It's not as like strong.
Say that again?
It's not as like powerful as the palm heel for the.
That is certainly true. That's absolutely true. Here's the big thing, guys. If I've got my hand like this and I hit something with this part, what's going to happen to my wrist? Probably going to hyperextend. That's just no good. That's the main thing. Zoe's right, though. If I hit with this, that's a direct line to where my power is coming from, right? It runs right through the hand. So it's just an important detail, because if you've ever hit a bag with the palm heel with this part of your hand, you know that that hurts like the dickens. It's just something to keep in mind. Let's review our punch techniques now. Up first is sleeper. This is level 1 for the adults and level 3 for the kiddos, for the Panthers. So they're punching me. I'm stepping back with my right leg, and my left hand is coming up with an inward parry. I'm going, as I'm doing that, I'm kind of rotating to my right, and then I'm coming back in with my right ridge hand to attack their neck. I'm hitting the brachial plexus origin. I'm trying to overload their nervous system and make them fall asleep. Once I've got that, my left hand comes behind and I grab my hands. Again, fingers are not laced. They're either here or they're here or they're here or something like that, right? So I've got them. I don't step into them. I pull them to me. I put my elbows together like this and I pull them into my chest. My right leg comes to my left and my left steps away as I pull them to the floor, and then I do a right punch. I'll show it to you from the back. They've got us. I step back right. I parry as I rotate to my right, come back in, right reach hand to the neck, grab, pull them to me, anchoring my elbows. Right comes to left comes to the side, pull them to the ground, and punch. That's sleeper. Questions?
Your screen froze for me, so I didn't see you do the second.
Oh no. I'll do it again. Thank you for telling me. Here we go. Step back right, left inward parry, right ridge hand to the neck, grab behind their head, put the elbows together, pull them to me. Right comes to left, left comes to the side, pull them to the floor, punch. Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. All right, level 2s, level 1s, be practicing that. Level 2s, we're hitting yours. This is a dance of death. So same thing as sleeper. Step back with right, left inward parry. Their hand is in guard. So this time, instead of attacking their neck, I can't, their hand's in the way. I'm gonna ridge hand their groin. I hit them there. Now I step in deep. My right leg goes in between their legs. I'm in a close kneel. Notice this versus something like this. My knee's very close. My left hand travels down their thigh to their ankle. My right elbow comes into their hip. And I pull this to my left hip as I do an inward elbow with my right, and I switch to a horse stance. That's gonna sit them down. Back fist, hammer. Let's do it from the other direction. Step back right, parry, reach hand to the groin, step in, grab the ankle, right elbow into their hip, unwind to a horse to sit them down, back fist, hammer. That is the dance of death. Bad guy should be sitting on the floor. Questions? Nice, level 3s, let's hit it. So for you guys who got thundering hammers, they're attacking with the right punch yet again. Yet again, I step back right, do an inward block instead of the parry. I'm gonna come with the right funnel fist. That means I'm using not the side fist, but this end. Block, and boom, I nail them right in the solar plexus. My hand comes around and checks. my left hand hammers right to their kidney. Now, who knows what principle this is? Watch my hips as I do that hammer. We talked about this today. Who can tell me what this is?
Gaining momentum to gain more power.
Right, what form teaches that?
I can't remember the name, but it was the first form we did on this today.
Short or long? Is it short or long?
Short form.
Hey, I was just helping you remember the name. So yes, I'm going to use those hips, bang, and pivot to that one. Now my left hand comes over, replaces my check on their arm, and I pivot one more time and hit them on the back of the neck there. So let's do it again. Step back, right, block, funnel, check, left hammer, check, right hammer. From the back, step back, block, funnel, check, left hammer, check, right hammer. And that is thundering hammers. All righty, I'm going to give you guys about a minute to practice. Ask any questions you have.
For me,
Partners, please hit them with kindness. Let me watch you. So Carlin, this is actually a really good question. Your partner's way taller than you, right? And so it's harder to get that choke on. So here's one of the things. We have to either rely on the initial hit, the reach hand, to make them go like this, where they lean back. That's going to make them shorter. Or what I like to do is I'll knee them in the groin, because that makes their head come down like this, right? And they're shorter now, and then it's way easier to get the choke. So I recommend for you, go ahead and practice that. Don't actually knee him in the groin, but elicit that response where he gets shorter somehow, and include that in your technique, because it's important. For guys like you and me, we're not that tall, right? We need to know how to deal with taller people, and the way to deal with them is to make them shorter. And a good kick to the nuts tends to make people shorter. So make them shorter. That's it. Yes. Nice. Boom. That's one. Let me watch you, Bodie. What does this mean? I can't hear you, buddy. There it is. Your video feed's kind of lagging, Bodie. I can't quite tell what you're doing, man. Okay, and time. All right, so that's a review. Those are the first two techniques that we've now covered half of them. This week's going to be about choke defenses. I'm a little sad that so many of the techniques this week involve attackers being behind, because they're the absolute hardest thing to demonstrate when you're by yourself. So Hunter, if you don't mind, I'm going to borrow you a lot for this section to help demonstrate. Do you mind if I ask you to do that? See, is he gone? Oh, there it is.
That's fine. I can do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate
My need
it. Oh, sure. So we'll review it first with me, and then we'll go bounce back to you. All right. So level ones, we've got cross of destruction. So what's happening is you're minding your own business. You're taking pictures of the Eiffel Tower. Someone comes up from behind. I'm pretending to be the bad guy now. I come up from behind and I seize their neck like this, and I'm choking. This is, by the way, not very effective, because I want you guys to have your partners do that to you, and I want you to go like this. Tuck your chin in and lift your shoulders up like that. And that's going to ruin most of the force of the choke, right? Not all of it, but that takes most of it away. The bonus to this is that they have given you both of their hands and they cannot at this particular second punch you with them. It's really nice because we can eliminate most of the choke. And knees are an option, absolutely. But we don't have to worry about the hands, and that's quite nice. So what we're gonna do is take advantage of that fact, and we're gonna put them into an arm bar. Here's how. So they've got me. I pinch first. That's the first thing I do in all of these. I'm gonna grab the wrists, and this is really interesting, but I'm gonna grab the wrists behind my head, and I'm gonna make my head do this, while my hands pull this way at the same time. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make their thumbs, which are on the back of my neck, go through my neck like that. And if I can get a break, cool, but my main thing is to slip it, right? So they've got me, I grab them, I pull through as I bring my head back, I wring my hands this way, because it's gonna turn their hands, so instead of being palm down, their hands are now palm up, right? So I was here, and I come, bang. Now I step out into a horse stance. I'm going to bring my left hand over my head to the other side, and my right hand is gonna pull back, so my hands look like this. Then my left hand's gonna pull to my right hip as my right hand thrusts forward. That's the arm break. At this point, your arm should look like this. And this action, where I'm going like this, is breaking one of their elbows against their arm. So let's look at that again, step by step. I'll do it facing away. They've got me. I grab, I pull through, my head whips back. I step into a horse. Left comes over the right, I turn to face, right comes up into an uppercut grip, and now my left pulls to my right hip as my right thrusts forward. And that's cross of destruction. You'll see oftentimes, including in the video Sensei Nick recorded for this, there's some footwork in this. However, he's altered the technique a little bit because this version is tighter. And so just keep in mind when you watch this on Kicksite, he adds a step into it, but he's taken that out to make it a little bit tighter. So just so you know what's going on there. All right, everybody go ahead and pin Hunter's feed because he's gonna demonstrate on a partner so that you know what the heck's going on this.
Do you want me to face sideways so you can see my neck and stuff?
That'd probably be best, yeah, thank you.
I'm facing this way. I'm gonna pull through. I'm trying to remember, is there an elbow break on this one or is that fall?
Yes, there is. That's what the horse is.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull down on his arms and that's what his elbows are gonna break. And then I'm gonna bring it over into the cross and then I'm gonna break.
Awesome. If you'll do that one more time, but do the transition where you put him into the arm lock really slowly.
Okay, so break, break. I'm gonna bring this hand down, this hand over until they're making a big X, and then I'm gonna bring my left hand down to my hip and push my right one towards his elbow. And then break, cover it.
Nice. Everyone give him finger snaps. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate it. I hope that helps provide some context. That's what you're doing on that technique. We're going to run through it one more time with me, and then let's hit level 2. All right, here we go. Step by step. They've got me. I grab. I pull my head back and pull their hands over my shoulders. I step into a horse, and I yank their arms down to break their elbows. Now, my left hand goes over my head. My right hand comes under into an uppercut and then thrusts forward as my left comes to my hip. I hope that that's clear as mud for you guys. Again, remember that this video is on Kicksite, so that's a good place to look at this if you're still confused. Let's move on to level 2. Level 1's keep practicing. Level 2 is you guys are doing twirling wings. This one's a doozy, but I love this technique. This is a good one. So it's the same attack. They've got me. I'm gonna pinch, just like before. And my left leg is gonna step behind me in a rear crossover as my left hand comes up like this. I'm gonna unwind and turn to face them, and then I'm gonna do a right elbow into their ribs. So let's look at that again. Oh, and I missed a step, excuse me. So I've got my pinch, I bring my left hand up, I do my rear crossover. I unwind, left hammer to the ribs, put my hand back, then right elbow, excuse me. Now, after that, my right hand is gonna check their arm, my left hand is gonna cock back, and I'm gonna do a left elbow. So let's look at that again. So they got me in the choke, I pinch, I step back, I bring my hand up. I unwind, hammer, check. Right elbow, right check, left elbow. Left check, right hammer. One more time. They've got me. So I'm going to pinch, do all that stuff, bring my left hand up, left rear crossover, unwind, left hammer, left check. Right elbow, right check, left elbow, left check, right hammer. Mr. Hunter, may I call on you once again?
Yes.
All my level 2s, go ahead and click on Hunter's feed. We'll watch him do it.
Do you think I should face the way that I turn for doing this one?
Let me see. Yeah, have your left arm facing us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully, okay, so I'm gonna pinch. I'm going to step behind, unwind here, hammer here. I don't let my arm lose contact here. And then I'm gonna check up, elbow, bring it up, elbow, up, hammer.
Nice. And one more time, if you please.
Yeah, okay. So he grabs, I'm going to pinch. I'm gonna tilt my head so I can't really, like, he can't escape. I'm gonna bring my hand up, I'm gonna hammer, check again, elbow, bring it up, elbow, check, hammer.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you, sir. So this should probably remind you of thundering hammers a bit. I know that's a level 3 and you guys are level 2, but it's a lot of just hit, check, hit, check, hit, check. And that's a big theme because what we've been learning up to this point is that our hands always take turns hitting, right? So if we look at something like alternating maces, we do a block, then we do a thrust, and then we do a back fist. Our hands are taking turns. What we're learning is that after one of them is gone, while the other hand is hitting, this hand can be doing things. So after this hand did a thing, it can be checking while this one's attacking. And that means that while this one is now attacking, this one can be checking. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying is that we now know our hands take turns to attack, but there's space and time for those weapons to be doing something in between those spaces of time. I hope that made some sense. All right, level 3s, let's hit yours. You guys are doing Fallen Cross. Fallen Cross is just Cross of Destruction, but you're going the other way. So let's hit this. They've got us with the choke. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna grab and I'm gonna pull their arms over my shoulders just like last time. I'm gonna bring my right hand over my head and step out with my right. I'm gonna turn to face them. Let's look at that again. So they've got me. I pull the arms through. I bring my right hand over my head. I step through with my right and then turn to face them. I've got them in that crossed arm bar now. I'm going to shuffle back to pull their weight forward and then knee both of their arms. Let's look at that again. They've got my neck. I grab, I pull through, right over the left, right steps forward, turn around, shuffle back to pull, right knee. My knee then turns into a front kick against their far leg. I land and elbow. Let's do it one more time. They've got us. Pull through, break over the shoulders, right comes over the left, right steps forward. Turn to face them, shuffle back to pull their weight, right knee, right front kick, land, elbow. And And if I can call upon the illustrious Hunter once again.
Okay, I'll do this one. I don't know which way I should face for this one.
Let's have your left arm facing us again.
Okay, we'll try that. Okay, so you put me in the choke. I'm gonna grab, I'm gonna go over. I always do the incidental break again. I don't know if it's technically in this one.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna step back, whip, knee, kick, and elbow.
Nice. One more time. And if you guys can step farther from the camera, I don't know if you can, but awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna come around, whip, knee, kick, elbow.
Nice. All righty, guys. That's going to conclude our technique time. We've got about 5 minutes, and I want to end with a fun challenge for everybody. So please take a second to thank whoever's been your partner. If it was the air, also thank them. The air ain't free. I'm kidding. So we're going to finish with just a fun challenge. This is all it is. We're going to go for 1 minute, and we're going to see how many round kicks you can do without putting your foot down. This is easy mode. It's going to get harder as we go. So I'll illustrate what I mean. I want you guys to bring your leg up, and I want you guys to do kicks over and over until I call time. Count so that we can compare. You guys ready? Give me a thumbs up. Hey, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, ready, steady, and begin. And time. All righty, I got 60 on the dot. Let's start with the banners. How many did you guys get? 20 from Kyle, nice.
40,
40, ooh.
47 from my mom, 47, or 41 from my mom, 47 for me.
Yeah, get it.
I got 33 and my dad got 20.
Taking dad out. Well, that's what happens whenever your ankle's all messed up. So I'm impressed you did any at all. All right, how about Carlin?
44.
44. Bodie. You can use your hands if you have to. So here's what I mean. You can go like that. Wait. Oh man, your video is super laggy, man. I can't tell what you're doing. Okay, here Oh, I saw 2. 0, 2. Oh, so 20. Okay, I'll take 20. I was looking at it backwards. Zoe.
58.
58. What? Nice. Randy. Oh, 25. Is that what I saw? 25? Nice. All right, Tatum.
30.
30, like a boss. Harper.
32.
32. Chris.
42.
42. The Petties.
I think you already did us.
Oh, did I already get you guys? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Everett.
47.
47. Matthew.
67.
Now 67. Oh man, I gotta work harder. I only got 60. Alrighty, guys, round 2. This time it's the same thing, except you have to switch legs every time, but only one leg can be touching the floor at a time. So I go 1 kick and switch like that. 2 kick, 3 kick, 4 kick. That's the idea. If at any point both legs are touching the floor at the same time, you have to start over. All righty, we're gonna go until I hit 30. We're just gonna go until I hit 30. All
I
right,
have
ready?
to go.
What's that?
I have to go.
Oh, I understand. It was
My iPad's dying.
who's dying?
My computer, I can't plug it in down here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, you have a wonderful night. It was good to
I
see you.
will. See ya.
All right, guys, ready, steady, and begin. And time. Whew, that's hard. All righty. Banners.
10.
I got 40. My dad got 10.
Nice. Carlin took off. Bodie.
I don't know how many. I didn't count.
That's okay. And 28 from Kyle. Righteous. Let me see. 32. 20. No, 23. 23. Nice. Zoe.
29.
29. Carlin. 30. Hunter. Ooh, nice. 44. Tatum.
I got 32.
32. Randy.
Most I got without both feet touching them was 5.
I
5, 4,
understand.
3, 4,
That
3.
is hard. Chris.
25.
25. Eddie's.
I got 30. My mom got like 1.
I did not.
How many did you get?
I don't know. I didn't count.
Oh,
Okay, I
that's
got
okay.
1.
At least one. Everett. Sweet. Matthew.
32.
32. And then Kylie, had you messaged me? Was that you who messaged me? I think it was.
It was for the last one, but
Okay.
I didn't count this one.
It was hard to count during this one. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today. I had a blast. Thank you so much for hanging out. On Thursday, it's going to be short form 2 and review and techniques. Until then, have a wonderful and safe week. Enjoy the snow. Go build a snowman. I
Do
think
you
there's a
mean
song in the
Wednesday?
Disney movie about that. What's that?
You mean Wednesday?
Oh yeah, Wednesday. Sorry, no, Wednesday. You're absolutely correct. Sorry, my head was on the old adult schedule. All right, guys, have a great night. We'll see ya.
Bye. All right.
Bye.